Would you recognize a great idea before it was successful? I'm Laura Esping. Today, you're there. You're at the birth of a phenomenon. The phenomenon called Trapman. About the marketing aspect, what makes one comic sell better than another?
Well, the first thing you're going to see is the cover, so hopefully you'll have a cover that'll invite people in. I think the character and the art are the other things you're going to see right away. Hopefully a character will be somebody you like, or an archetype you might like, or something like that. A good costume design, things like that. Hopefully once you know the character, you'll know something about the backstory, their history, you'll know something about the writing. The art is the main thing you're going to see right away, and so you have to make it attractive enough to bring in people who like superhero stuff, be muscular enough for that crowd. It has to tell the story well enough. You can see those things fairly quickly by looking at any comic. Also, I think you need to have luck, luck in terms of getting the word out about a book, some publicity, things like that.
Mm-hmm. You're doing the cover for Trapman, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And is there more you'd like to say about how important the cover is?
Well, it's like the front window of a store. I think anybody in retail or something can tell you that you want to invite people in. You want to make sure people are welcome. And so you want to give either introduce characters on the cover or make them want to grab that comic and turn the next page because there's something, the hero might be in danger or something should intrigue you about the comic. And the cover is the only way you're really going to have a good shot of getting word out what this comic's about and trying to get an audience. I think that's the main thing for any project. You want to get people to look at what you're doing. Mm-hmm.
You're working with Paramount Pictures and adapting movies and TV shows for comics right now. Do you think Trapman has movie potential?
Oh yeah. I think it's an interesting character and concept. Has a lot of funky stuff about it. And Peter has an interesting backstory, so he certainly has a lot to say if he was to be interviewed, actually, as you are doing. He's a real interesting guy, so I think it has a lot of ways that it works. I think it would be a good movie or TV.
My job is to create a comic book from start to finish, and that includes writing, penciling, inking, lettering, and coloring the book. I've done that for just about every comic company that is out there right now. And specifically on Trapman, I'll be designing the entire package other than the covers, which I'll be working with Gordon Purcell.
Mm-hmm. What is it that appealed to you about Trapman?
I would say that it brings together many different influences and genres into one package. It brings science fiction, the campy superhero type thing, action adventure, and some kind of contrast between high realism and high fantasy that I think other people will like too.
Mm-hmm. I heard that comic books are getting increasingly popular these days. One report on national news said their sales are growing by 70% annually. Why do you think that is?
I think it's because the comic books have become collectible again, and at least that's one of the reasons. And a lot of people, because of that, are being drawn into the stories and the characters in a way that they haven't been before. Another nice thing is that a lot of people who haven't read comics before are coming in and finding out there's a lot more the comic books have to offer than they used to.
Mm-hmm. Me being one of them. Why do you think Trapman will be successful?
Because of the aforementioned elements that it brings together. I think that a kid can pick up the book and find it entertaining, as well as a college student or an adult who hasn't seen something in a while. And also because I think Peter's working very hard on this project and working in many different mediums and markets, and I think it can all click for him on this one.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pete Miele, and I'm here with Gordon Purcell and Paul Fricke, artists for DC, Marvel Comics, and many other, some of the biggest comics in the United States. And we're here to sign a contract for Trapman. This will be for the first and second episodes, The Voice from the Phone Booth and Bullets Are Cheap. Gordon, I've already signed this contract, and I believe your name goes right there.
Okay.
Okay.
The other copy?
Mm-hmm. Paul? Gordon.
Thanks, Peter.
I think I owe you a check.